Ready?
Sorry. How's the day after something like that? Is it something you just try to wipe out of the memory really quickly?
It stinks. It definitely stinks. It's a game we should have won, obviously, at home. How their season has gone. You know, they had a lot of young guys who played hard and fought, and they shot the piss out of it in our own building. But again, a situation where we had a lot of controllables that we could have played better, and definitely still stings a little bit today.
Have you ever been tossed from a game before?
That was my first.
How many texts do you have?
My career, I'm not sure, honestly. I think on the year I might have one or two outside of last night, so I'm not sure. First tag? Oh, it was first tag of the year. Okay.
Surprised how quick it came, the first and second?
Definitely. Definitely.
Mike said post-game he was kind of frustrated that a lot of the defensive issues are the same things that you guys have talked about before. What are some of those things, and what do you think you need to do better moving forward?
Stuff we work on every day, stuff we do in drills, and stuff we watch a lot on film, obviously. Really kind of all over the place. So we just got to be a little bit more consistent with how we're doing things, and just be better moving forward.
He's talked about the discipline of like who's labeled hot and not in those closeouts. Obviously, it's easy for us to look and think, that somebody should close out on. How difficult is that to recognize and act upon like mid-game?
I mean, it's it goes further than that. It's even knowing personnel, knowing our rotations, knowing what coverages we're in, and our rules that we have within our defense. It kind of is across the board, and again, just being more consistent with each of those areas.
You had when you were in Detroit, obviously they jumped you guys pretty good. You were able to kind of rally from that. Were there any similarities in the way they were able to contend against you guys last night versus that game?
It went a little bit different. We got up early, they made a run, and then third quarter we were, felt like after Domas' three in the quarter, it felt like we were going to figure it out and ride a little bit of that momentum, and we've been good in the fourth quarter, and it's not how it worked out. And like I said, we're all definitely frustrated how it
you have a game like last night, and then obviously the trading deadline, it can be kind of a distraction for some people. How do you feel like that came and went with your crew coming back on practice and just kind of getting...
we put practice till after the deadline, so once we sat down and watched film today, everyone who was sitting down was on the team, and we had everybody in the building we had yesterday, so not much has changed for us. I didn't feel any different yesterday playing last night. I don't think anybody else really did, and today we came in, got our work in, and we'll go play Denver tomorrow.
Is it a big stress relief getting past the trade deadline day?
Not really. At least not for me. I don't know if other guys are feeling it. I think it's always, to be honest, it's an exciting time for the NBA. You wake up this morning and we're on the West Coast, and there's already a handful of moves made, and it becomes a little bit like a 2K game, and get every team just making trades. And so I've never been traded on deadline day, so maybe I have a different feeling towards it. But for me, it's the league takes over the internet, and everybody's dialed in, seeing what every team is going to do. And, the rest of the year, obviously, teams look different. It's the home stretch, and see how everything else plays out.
Kevin, back to the game. Last night, the Kings were out rebounded 42-33. You guys, one of the top rebounding teams in the league. What went on with that last night where you guys couldn't clear the boards?
Yeah, I think with everything else, the focus and effort thing, just across the board wasn't consistent enough. I think parts in the game we showed it and we were locked in, and then other parts we weren't. And that was against a young team like that. Guys aren't used to playing the big minutes they're used to playing, and they're going to play super hard. And there's certain we can definitely finish possessions better.
What's, I guess, maybe the biggest motivating, or the biggest positive to come out is a big motivating factor when you drop a game like that? You've got obviously the Nuggets right around the corner, and just, I guess, the mindset of moving on.
Yeah, I think it's just something you take each game by game. We've 82 of these things. It's a game we would obviously like to have, but the next game is just as important as the last. And we have some really good opportunities to play against teams that are ahead of us in the standings or right with us in the standings to control our own destiny over the next 4 games going into All-Star break, and even the 5 to 10 coming out of it. So we're still in a fine spot. We can control what we can control. I think our team, we know that when we're at our best, we can play with anybody, and just going to continue to improve it.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah.